Hi, I'm Mike, founder of GoodBed.com. Today we're going to be doing an in-depth review of the Leesa mattress, which has been updated since our original review of this mattress about 2 or 3 years ago. Now, you may know Leesa is one of the pioneers of the online mattress space, and we still get plenty of requests to review their products. So here it is, the review of the latest and greatest version of the Leesa mattress. Stick around. One of the first things people want to know about a mattress is just how soft it is. And in the case of the Leesa mattress, the new latest version of the Leesa, we would classify this as a medium firm on our softness spectrum, meaning just to the firmer side of medium. Now, it's important to note that if you're reading older reviews of the Leesa mattress, they did make a change here in this softness area. We used to rate the Leesa as a medium on the softness scale, meaning right down the middle. So in other words, the previous version of the Leesa we had rated as a little bit softer than this newer version. Now, I have seen a lot of conflicting information out there on this, where people have said that this newer version is softer. I'm not sure where that's coming from. What I can tell you is that I have tested both of these, and I've also tried the mattress, the Leesa mattress, multiple times in its previous version. And there's no question that this version here is firmer than those previous versions that I tried. Now there, of course, could be some manufacturing variability at play here, but I doubt that that would be enough to explain this difference. So for what it's worth, just bear that in mind, and also keep it in mind if you're looking at older reviews of the Leesa mattress. So now let's get into what's in the new Leesa mattress. And as you can see here, first of all, this is a 10-inch mattress in total, with 3 total layers, all foam. The first layer is a new foam that they call LSA 200. It's basically a proprietary name that they gave to a foam that they created for the use in this top layer of the mattress. So it's a 2-inch layer. It's a 3-pound density polyurethane foam. And then the second layer is a 3-pound density memory foam. You can see here the delayed responsiveness there. And then the base layer here is a 6-inch layer of polyurethane support foam in a 1.75 pound density. And of course, this is your firmest layer. Now, the signature kind of construction characteristics of the Leesa mattress that is consistent from the previous version is that they use sort of a more quick responding foam in this top layer, and then they use a slower responding foam, like a memory foam, in this transition layer. And that kind of contrast, which is, at least at the time when the Leesa first came out, was rather unconventional, is kind of one of the signature characteristics that gives the Leesa mattress its feel. In terms of what has changed from the previous version, I think it's just worth taking a second to note. The big difference is that the previous version featured a different type of foam in this top layer. It was called Avena foam. It also had a convoluted shape on the bottom, like an egg crate type of shape on the bottom of it, so there was a lot more kind of airflow and just air in general in between these 2 layers. This is more just a conventional flat piece of foam here. The Avena foam was about a 3.6 density type of foam, also polyurethane foam. It had a little bit more latex-like qualities than this foam does. It sprang back really just a little bit more instantaneously than this one. And the memory foam actually previously had a little slower responsiveness. This is a little bit quicker responding memory foam. So that's kind of what's changed. I guess it's also worth noting that an interesting piece of this construction is that the memory foam here is actually probably a little bit softer than this top layer. It's most often that you find in a mattress design the softest layer is on top, getting progressively firmer as you go down in the mattress. This is a unique construction in that this feels a little bit firmer than this does. So again, that's going to give Leesa its more, some of its more signature characteristics. And then in terms of what all this is wrapped in, of course, it's wrapped in Leesa's signature cover, which in the past I've described as kind of like a sweatshirt feel, like this, your softest sweater slash sweatshirt. Just has a really nice feel, a really nice cozy softness to it. It definitely has a little bit of stretch in both directions, and is a nice sturdy design as well. It in my opinion, it has a really nice look to it as well. So there you have it, the construction of the Leesa mattress. So now let's get into the two things that everybody has to get from their mattress, which are back support and pressure relief. And I'm going to start here on the Leesa on my back, because that's the position I predominantly sleep in. And just for context, I'm about 6 feet tall, not quite 200 pounds. And what you can see here is that I am very well supported. My spine's in that nice neutral position, which is the same position that it should be in when I'm standing. And it's able to achieve that because my hips are able to get into the mattress just enough, but not so much that there's any kind of hammocking, but enough that the mattress is able to support this curve in the lower part of my spine, this lumbar area. So overall, certainly well served me on this mattress in a back position. I think from the standpoint of other back sleepers, I feel pretty confident about folks who are within, say, 50 pounds of me in either direction being equally well served. I guess there's a chance that folks who are lighter than that could potentially feel like there's a lot of firmness here, but I still think that there's going to be enough conformability that you're going to find as a back sleeper, you're going to find enough conformability to keep your spine in a neutral alignment. You know, folks who are significantly heavier, who are back sleepers, I actually think you'd have to be quite a bit heavier on this mattress to get to the point where you wouldn't feel like you're getting proper spinal alignment on your back. Let's go to my stomach. Now this is the position that I spend the least amount of time in, but the thing I'm looking for here is to make sure that we don't have any overarching of the back. That's the key disaster point for a stomach sleeper. And the heaviest part of all of our bodies is the hips area. So you're really trying to make sure that those don't sink too far into the mattress. And what I can tell you is that I'm not seeing that issue for me. Like at my weight, I feel like, or at least in my body shape, I'm not having an issue with my hips sinking too far. There's enough firmness and kind of just overall support that it's not a concern. Now, at some point, this is a mattress that has 2 inches of memory foam in it, and so at some point, there's a weight at which that memory foam layer is going to start to feel pretty compressed, and you might see some overarching. So in general, a mattress with 2 inches of memory foam in it, I probably wouldn't recommend for people who are, you know, significantly heavier than me and stomach sleepers. But if you are lighter than me, I don't really see much of an issue as a stomach sleeper for anyone lighter than me. Now let's go over to my side. And now this is the position where you really have to worry about not only spinal alignment, but also pressure relief, because you're going to be most prone to pressure points in this position, particularly in your shoulders and your hips. Now, what I can tell you here is that from a spinal alignment standpoint, what I'm really looking for is the ability of the mattress to conform to my curves so that my spine can be held in a nice neutral position, which is going to look like this on my side. And for me, the curviest part of me on this profile is my shoulder area. So I'm looking to see how much my shoulder can get into the mattress, and overall I feel pretty good. I wouldn't mind if it got a little farther into the mattress, to be honest, but overall I feel like it does an okay job in this respect for me. So I think that in general, I think if you were significantly curvier than me, you might feel like, especially if you were lighter than me, so you didn't have any more weight to get your curves into the mattress, I think you might feel like you're just not quite getting the conformability that you would be desiring in this side position. But if you are kind of my weight and less curvy, and by the way, curves can be in your shoulders, they can be in your hips, they can be lots of different places. So, but if you're less curvy than me and or heavier and a side sleeper, I think you're going to be fine. It would be those lighter and or curvier side sleepers that I might worry about from a spinal alignment standpoint. Likewise, from a pressure relief standpoint, I felt like the pressure relief that I was getting was pretty good. I didn't have any issues with pressure points on the mattress. It was like I feel a little bit of the benefits of that memory foam, I would say. That certainly is where a lot of the pressure relief is coming from, given what is compressing here. So I felt like the pressure relief was pretty good. I guess if I have a concern on the pressure relief side, it would be mostly with people who are significantly lighter than me, for whom, if you are a side sleeper, you might find that there's just a little too much surface firmness here, where you can't really quite get in and access that softer memory foam layer below. So let's say if you're more than 50 pounds lighter than me and you are a side sleeper, you might fall into that area where I have a little bit of concern about pressure relief. So that's kind of my summary of who's going to be the best fit for this Leesa mattress from a spinal alignment and pressure relief standpoint. So now we're going to get into the characteristics of a mattress that we consider to be preference-based, meaning things that are not better or worse. They're just a matter of your personal preference. And the first category of these we call responsiveness, which is kind of the difference between that slow melting memory feel or more of a quick responding bounce. And you can have bits of both, as this Leesa one does. But let's start with the memory feel, because this is a mattress that does have some memory foam in it. And we'll just kind of give you an idea. And bear in mind, there's a stretch cover on this mattress, so it's going to respond pretty much instantly. But what you can see here is that I press into this mattress, and there's really because that memory foam is such quick responding and quick recovery memory foam, as we showed you earlier, the memory foam has a pretty kind of quick responsiveness as memory foam goes. So, and because it's also 2 inches down into the mattress, the combination of those two things means that this doesn't have a ton of that memory feel, just kind of a trace of memory feel is how I would describe it. Now let's get into the bounce, and we think of bounce at multiple levels of the mattress, right? Because you can have surface bounce, as this Leesa mattress does have. We showed you that top layer, which does have a little bit of bounce. And so that's what I'm experiencing here, that 2-inch layer on top of the mattress, giving the mattress a bit of surface bounce. And then we also like to test kind of what we call mid-level bounce by dropping this 16-pound bowling ball. And that's obviously going to go further into the mattress. And here you see a much more modest amount of bounce in that kind of mid-level part of the mattress. And the last thing we like to test is what we call deep bounce, where we take my full 200 pounds and we plop it down on the mattress. I'll show you that again. And it's really what you can see there is, unsurprisingly, because this is a foam core mattress, there's basically no deep bounce. There's nothing in this mattress that has enough oomph to push my 200-pound frame back up. So, so overall, what we would say about the bounce is that there is a little bit of bounce here, but it's pretty much all right up at the surface. And as far as the memory feel goes, it's just really a trace of that memory feel. The next preference-based characteristic that we like to talk about is called cushioning depth, which is the difference between sleeping more in your mattress, getting that hugged or cradled sensation, versus sleeping on your mattress and getting more of a floating above it type of sensation. And in the case of the new Leesa mattress, we would definitely characterize this as having more of that latter, more of that sleeping on your mattress type of feel, more of that floating above it type of feel. Now this is also an area where it has changed a little bit from the previous generation of the Leesa mattress. We used to say maybe it was somewhere more in the middle on this spectrum, but now it's definitely more towards a floating type of sensation. And we'll just show you this bowling ball thing as a comparison, so you can see that relative to both other mattresses we reviewed as well as the previous version, to the extent that's of interest. So now we're going to get into some of the characteristics of the mattress that we call more priority-based, meaning things that can be better or worse, but that may or may not be a priority for you personally. The first of these is motion isolation, which, as you may know, is a test of to what degree is the person on that side of the mattress going to be aware of or disturbed by what's happening over here. And what you can see here is that as I drop this 16-pound bowling ball, the bowling pin does move. Now I want to point out though what's causing that. But first let's go ahead and just test it at the higher level, which was when I dropped my full 200 pounds on the mattress. And you'll see really the bowling pin doesn't move at all. Okay, so the reason for that is because in one case I'm coming down with a lot of force, but not a lot of velocity. The other case, it's the opposite. It's coming down with less force, more velocity. It's causing more disturbance to this cover here. And what I can show you here is that as I move this cover, and this is something we've seen in a fair number of mattresses, where it's one form of motion transfer, which can happen through this cover. I can actually move this thing. I can actually, when I release the cover, make the bowling pin move, okay? So the point is, there's two types of motion transfer. Motion transfer that can be transferred via the cover, which is what's happening here, and motion transfer that can happen through the more like meat of the mattress, if you will, as is the case with a lot of connected coil mattresses, for example. That latter form of motion transfer is what is really going to be disturbing for most people. So overall, we would say that this mattress still has very good motion isolation in spite of the fact that there is a little bit of motion transfer through this cover. One thing that can be a concern for some people, particularly in a mattress that does have memory foam in it, is the ease of repositioning. Nobody likes that stuck in the mud type of feeling. And so we just wanted to show you that we really don't think this is going to be an issue for anybody on the Leesa mattress. It's one that, particularly on account of the fact that the memory foam is a couple inches down into the mattress, is very easy to move around on. So not likely to be an issue for you on the Leesa. One thing that's important to some people is edge support. So we're always sure to cover this in our reviews. And this is something that we've often noted is not a natural strength of most all-foam mattresses. And certainly as you see me here on the side of the Leesa mattress in this sitting position, you'd say that this is no exception. There's quite a substantial amount of dip here as I sit on the side of the mattress. That being said, it's not that I feel unstable or anything, but yes, there is a fair amount of dip. But I think what I want to also point out is the other way we test edge support that for some people is going to be the far more important way is when you're lying on the edge. And what I can show you here is that somewhat surprisingly, the edge here holds up quite well. I'm able to lie right here on the edge and I feel completely stable. I don't sense that memory foam kind of slowly sinking and with its ultimate intent of ejecting me from the bed or anything like that. So overall, in this respect, I would say the edge support is much better than the typical all-foam mattress, while in the sitting position, it's probably more on par. So on balance, I'd probably say the edge support here is at least okay, if not even maybe good. One important consideration for some people is temperature, or a concern with overheating during the night. And this can be a particular concern with an all-foam mattress like the Leesa. But we want to say a couple things on this. Number one is that this is not going to be something that's an issue for all people. I, for example, am not someone who has a tendency to get hot when I sleep, and I, as one data point, have slept on this Leesa mattress and certainly did not have any issues with getting hot or overheating during the night. So in terms of the Leesa's construction, there's a couple things. One thing we would say is there's not really any specific features that in our view would have a demonstrable cooling effect for you in this Leesa mattress. However, we would say that from a characteristic standpoint, we don't expect that this mattress, in spite of being an all-foam mattress, is likely to lead to a lot of overheating issues, particularly because we described it as having a shallower than average cushioning depth. So meaning that the mattress is not going to have you kind of sinking down in it where it's conforming really closely to your body. Because when that happens, it's preventing more of your body's surface area from being in contact with the air, which is how it can most efficiently dispel its own heat that it's creating. So by having less of your body's surface area in contact with the mattress, your body can just more efficiently dispel its own heat on its own. And so overall, I would expect that that's more likely to be people's experience on the Leesa mattress. So I think that, more than anything else, would be what I would take some comfort from in this area if this happens to be a concern for you. One important factor for some people is the degree of natural materials in the mattress, or maybe more so just the lack of harmful chemicals. And in the case of the Leesa mattress, this is not in any way a natural mattress. However, There is one thing that I think, if this is an area of concern for you, you can take some reassurance from, which is the fact that all of the foams used in the Leesa mattress are certified to the CertiPure standard, which is a standard that looks for the presence of and off-gassing of various harmful materials and certifies that neither are present beyond some minimally acceptable threshold. So, like I said, if this is an area of concern for you, then I do think you can take some reassurance from that. One thing we get asked about more and more these days is adjustable base compatibility. So when we think about adjustable base compatibility, we always think about three things. Number one is it going to damage the mattress in any way to use it on an adjustable base? And in the case of the Leesa mattress, the answer is certainly no. It's designed to bend and flex just as you're seeing here. The second thing we look at is does anything weird happen, particularly when you have it in a fully articulated position like we do now, where the head and the foot are completely elevated. The two key things we look for in this area would be, number one is, does any kind of bowing happen on the side, which is particularly common when you have foam perimeter for edge support, which you don't have on this mattress, and so we're not seeing anything weird happening there. And then the second thing we look at is, does anything weird happen in terms of bunching of quilting or fabric layers in the cover on the surface of the mattress when, particularly in this valley area. And what I can say here is that there's really nothing to worry about on that front either. I mean, obviously the cover bunches up a little bit here, but it's a thin enough and soft enough cover that it's not going to be something really anyone notices when it's underneath them. And then the third category we look at is, how well does the mattress conform to the curves of the base? And one thing that's very common that we do see with most mattresses when they're new and when they're first used on an adjustable base, that you're of course seeing here, is that the foot of the mattress is not going to necessarily conform exactly to the foot of the base. That's an area that does take some time to kind of break in. You'll have to be using the mattress on an adjustable base over time for that to eventually conform better and better. But that is a very common thing in the mattresses that we test. So the last piece of the conforming puzzle that we like to test is, how well does the mattress maintain its conformance when we actually don't have any weight on the mattress? So I'm just going to hop off the mattress to show you how it does here. And what you can see here is that the Leesa mattress does very well. It's actually able to hold its shape just fine. So I could actually leave the mattress in this position and then go ahead and just get right back on it. And that wouldn't be a problem. A lot of mattresses, particularly when they're brand new, just want to be flat and they just rise up as soon as you get off of them. So overall, we would say that the Leesa mattress is very adjustable base compatible. As part of our review of the Leesa mattress, we're just going to give you an idea of what to expect when it arrives. So here is the box. We've yet to open it. What I can tell you here is this box is just a little bit more compact than most of the boxes we get, maybe a couple inches smaller in each of these two dimensions, and also a little bit lighter. It's about 71 pounds according to UPS. So still probably a two-person job for most people to move it around, but certainly a lot easier to move around than some of the other boxes we've received. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, so there you have it. The Leesa mattress fully unboxed. That was really no sweat whatsoever. It took 3 minutes at the most. As you can see here, this is going to need a little time to rise to its full height. So we'll of course give it plenty of time to do that before we do our full review. Though that being said, one thing we do like to do when we first open it up is give you an idea of the any kind of off-gassing, and I can tell you that I'm definitely getting a little bit of that new mattress smell from here, but not a ton. When I come up close to it, I certainly get a much more distinct new mattress smell, but overall I'd say this is just pretty typical, kind of average for most of the online mattresses we open. So there you have it, the Leesa mattress fully unboxed. 3 things that are going to be important anytime you're buying a mattress online are delivery, return policy, and warranty. In the case of delivery, Leesa offers free delivery to your doorstep for all of its mattresses. So you have 2 options. Either from there, you can take it to your bedroom and unbox it the way we showed you earlier, or you can actually pay for a white glove delivery service for an additional $100 where they'll do all that for you and even remove the packaging and so forth. And in fact, for an additional $50 beyond the $100, they'll even remove your old mattress for you as well. In terms of return policy, Leesa offers a very generous, albeit kind of par for the course return policy for the online mattress space. They offer a 100 nights return policy where you can try it in your home and during that time return it for any reason for a full refund. The one thing that they do ask is that you keep it for at least 30 nights just to give your body time to adjust to the mattress. And if you do find yourself in a situation where you need to return the mattress, Leesa will actually come and pick it up from you, which is definitely a big hassle saver in that situation. In terms of warranty, Leesa offers a 10-year warranty. It's non-prorated, which is a good thing. It means that if a valid warranty claim arises anytime during that 10-year period, you're going to be able to get it repaired or replaced without any charge to you. And then in terms of the most important term in any warranty, in the mattress space at least, it's not the length of years, it's the definition of what's considered to be an allowable dip. And in the case of the Leesa warranty, they define that as a 1-inch dip, which is okay. The standard, but not quite as good as sort of what I consider to be the industry standard for an unquilted mattress like this. An unquilted mattress, foam mattress, the standard is about 3/4 of an inch. In the case of the Leesa, it would have to get to 1 inch, and remember that all mattresses, in the case of a warranty claim, are evaluated with nobody on the mattress. So it has to be a visible impression with no one on it. And it has to get to at least 1 inch in the case of the Leesa warranty to trigger a valid warranty claim. So overall, a relatively standard warranty, maybe not quite as good as standard in that one area. One thing that's important to just about every mattress shopper is value. When we think about value, we think about how much does it cost, what's in it, and how long do we think it's going to last. In terms of the cost, the current price of the Leesa mattress in a queen size is $995. And that would be before any GoodBed discounts are applied. And we do recommend that you make sure you go to GoodBed before you buy anything to make sure you're getting the best price on that mattress. We'll include a link in the description below this video to make sure you can find the latest and best discounts for the Leesa mattress. In terms of what you're getting for that, you're getting a 10-inch mattress with maybe 4 inches of what we might consider to be premium comfort materials, that being those top 2 layers of foam in this mattress. In terms of how long we think that's going to last, we generally look at the foam densities as our best, albeit imperfect, predictor of longevity. And in the case of the Leesa mattress, if you recall, you had a 3-pound density in that top layer of polyurethane foam that they call LSA 200. And then you had a 3-pound density memory foam followed by a 1.75-pound density base foam. Starting with the base foam, 1.75 is pretty much the standard for a solid all foam mattress. It's going to be suitable for pretty much all but the heaviest sleepers. Anything up to say 250 pounds we generally would say is going to be well served by a 1.8, and this is rounding error from that, pound base foam. If there is a weak link in this mattress that concerns me, it would probably be that next layer up, that 3-pound memory foam. That's a rather low density for memory foam. Now, you'll notice that the 3-pound density on the top doesn't concern me as much because that's a polyurethane foam, just a sort of a normal non-memory polyfoam, which for that type of foam, I think a 3-pound density gives me less concern. But in memory foam, it gives me a little bit more concern. But what I would say to mitigate that concern is that the fact that that memory foam is 2 inches down into the mattress actually alleviates some of that concern for me, because it's going to be taking a lot less wear than it would if it were right up at the top. It's going to be compressed. If you think about it, it's going to be taking a lot less compression than it would if it was the top layer, as memory foam often is and usually is. But I would also add that if you are someone in that heavier range, significantly heavier than me, for example, then the heavier you are, the more you're going to be putting pressure on that memory foam layer and possibly exposing the one possible weak link in this mattress. So I guess if I sum all that up, I would say that for most people, I feel pretty comfortable with the longevity prospects of the Leesa mattress, with the possible exception that heavier folks, you might expose a possible softening in this memory foam layer. In terms of the overall value and how all that sums up, what I would say is that I think that the Leesa mattress at its current price at $995 does represent a good value relative to most mattresses that you'd find in your traditional sort of local mattress store. And I think relative to its online peers, it's pretty much on par price-wise. But then when you add the discount, which at the moment is pretty substantial, I do think it becomes an even better value. So just to sum up some of the things we've covered here about the Leesa mattress. The Leesa is a 10-inch all-foam mattress with kind of a polyfoam and memory foam over foam construction. We talked about how this is going to be a great fit for a wide range of back sleepers as well as a pretty wide range of stomach sleepers. We did have a concern with people who were significantly heavier than me on this mattress, as well as a possible concern with people who are significantly lighter than me and are side sleepers. We talked about how this is not a mattress that's going to give you a lot of that slow melting memory feel, nor is it going to give you a lot of bounce. Likewise, this is not a mattress that is going to be a good fit if you're looking for a lot of that hugged or cradled sensation. But if you're looking for a mattress that has a medium firm level of softness, meaning just to the firmer side of medium, one that gives you more of that floating on top of the mattress feel, one that has very good motion isolation and good edge support, especially for an all foam mattress. And if all of the other criteria and characteristics that we described sound like a good match for you, then we definitely think that the Leesa mattress is one that you should consider. So we hope you found this video helpful in determining whether the Leesa mattress is the right mattress for you. But if you're still not sure, we'd really recommend you go to GoodBed.com and take our mattress match quiz, which you can find right on the homepage of our website. Because this quiz will walk you through all of the very same criteria and characteristics that we covered in this review, as well as all of our reviews. And ultimately, we'll look across brands and stores, both online and offline, to show you mattress options that best match your personal needs and preferences. So we really consider that to be the best starting point for any mattress shopper. We'd also suggest that before you make any purchase, you go to GoodBed.com and check out the discounts that we have on the website. We do a lot of work to make sure we're always showing the best available discounts at any given time. So make sure to head back there before you buy, no matter what you buy, to make sure you're getting the best price on your mattress. And in the meantime, we thank you for watching and we really hope you sleep well.